Okay. Yeah. Um, Hi everyone. Thought for this one I'd do a head drawing. I do it digitally, and well, what I want to do is uh, an angle that is maybe not so common. It's an upshot. So somebody looking up, or we're looking from below up at the figure. Let's find some color. I like this one always, kind of deep. Well, this is more indigo. This is even deeper. Well, it's a very dark color. Um, let's see. Yeah, fine. So let's just not use layers altogether and just have fun sketching. I do want to look at kind of eraser that I have. Okay, fine. So for this kind of upshot, it's very important to, at least to me, to think about the perspective where we go from eye to eye, which is, I'll make a brief note here, almost horizontal but not quite, something like this. The left side is closer to us, his right side, this is further away from us. So that's the kind of width direction coming across, like that. And then it can be nice to find the line from, let's say, the center between the eyebrows to chin. See it as regard it as a straight line, and then think about the angle it makes. In this case, it makes, well, just about such an angle. And the chin closer to us, eyebrows further away. And wherever his eyes are, let's say here, we drop down quite a bit, and we align with the ears, basically horizontally lined out, well, even lower than the chin would be. This is not going to be the sketch, but this is just the notes I'm taking for myself to kind of get an idea of the three-dimensional space and how the, let's say, X, Y, and Z axes are oriented and depicted on my two-dimensional surface. Right. So what's important here is this intersection point. Because whatever simple structure or volumes I might use to sketch in my head, I know that at this point any sort of lines will have to take on this direction. And of course it's going to be important to indeed see alignment between chin and ear, and so on and so forth. So um, let's give it a go. First of all, we could think about what kind of simplified form or volume we'd like to use. We know about the bucket head or the egg shape. We could use a more intricate structure like the Loomis head. Let's say that in this case, at least for now, I want to use a simple egg shape, and I'm going to throw in some idea of the center line, and notice that this angle I want to find high up, because that is also where the eye line is going to be high up, and where it intersects it takes on this direction. And so might have a brow ridge above, and we might find a clue of the whole eye area here, and from that indeed drop down to what we think is the chin. And there we go. And let's indeed find the chin is maybe a little bit lower. Let's find the ear. Well, maybe the chin is going to be higher. Well, for now I'm starting to look for the line coming down from the jaw into this chin area. And well, the ear, let's give it a temporary placement, very low. There's more volume at the back of the head, and then there's going to be all kinds of wavy, luscious hair. And maybe we have enough to start thinking about the shape and insertion of the eyes and eyebrows. And this being a rough investigative sketch, I don't mind to take a little bit of a broader brush tip, or well, pencil tip it would be if it were a real pencil, and lay in some of the eyebrows or other dark parts a little bit thicker. Now let's follow this line down to the nose and notice just how close the nose is at the bottom to the eyes because of this foreshortening. And we see the triangle kind of shape of the nose wrapping, or seeing the underplane of it, and it's wrapping over this muzzle area, and the upper lip is close to that, drooping down, lower lip somewhere here. Looking at the corner of the mouth, I can see where it about lines up with the nose and of course with the eye sockets or the irises. And let's not worry about being perfect, but just being good enough to get us to the next stage. We have this very significant underplane here underneath the chin and the jaw. Here we'd see the neck, which is coming out pretty straight. And well, let's look for a little bit of the curly swirls and wavy lines of the hair. There we go. Is it perfect? Well, yes it is. Damn it. No, of course it's not perfect. But it is getting close, and we do get the sense of viewing this face, this head from below, or it actually, turning upward in space. Don't know why I'm doing this, but well, nice little graphic. Rotating upward in space. Apparently, he is seeing something quite magnificent up there in the blue sky. We see his other ear lobe as well, somewhere over here, kind of following that jut down from the chin. And very clear a line for the bridge of the nose. Now, I haven't been working with any layers, and that is not to my regret, not at all, I swear. But it does mean that I cannot kind of make a copy of this layer and clean it up, so I'll just continue. And this is just something that is, well, I would say very good to try. I am not one to advocate only like very Spartan-like limited tools and media and making it hard on yourself, but I do recognize the value of sometimes not having any luxury of Control-Zing or layering modes or whatever. Just because it can really speed up the process and as kind of a bonus, make the result even more appealing to look at, which is of course something that is subjective. Nevertheless, I am completely right. No, just kidding, guys. I hope you realize that. Yeah, I sometimes forget to practice what I preach, which is to squint whenever it comes to laying in values of shadow and dark. So there we go. And squinting again, seeing some values here, here and here, and we'll clean up the rest at a later point. Okay. So what to do? Well, you can of course come in, grab an eraser, and do a little cleanup. Some of these initial construction lines I might not need anymore. And I still need to squint and look for this value right here. Some hairs are kind of caught in the wind, I suppose. He's definitely a very handsome guy. Okay. This needs to be cleaned up a bit. Well, there we go. You can take another brush, maybe kind of a blocky brush. There we go. Okay. Well, this is the, rough sketch. And, from here on out, it's, well, modifying and claying and just having fun. Well, it was always about having fun, but relaxing, maybe taking a break every once in a while before continuing. So I'd be inclined to kind of treat this as a pastel pencil or charcoal sketch. Meaning I would definitely start thinking about smudging and kind of wiping in transitions, and of course softening edges, losing edges. And I can still grab some airbrushing tool, some blending tool. And stroking in some expressive hints or flourishes of smudging. Basically just doing whatever I think will serve the sketch, and not being afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are just a nice opportunity to learn something. And you see that I'm just having fun with it. Maybe I can use this somewhat more aggressive blender as well. I even have a very aggressive one. Look at that. Wow, that's awesome. That really feels like a very streaky, oily kind of blending. If I do this, I should not forget the overall structure and objective of this smudging. Can be for me quite tempting to go absolutely ham, and forget that it's there to kind of serve a purpose. But then again, sometimes maybe nice to forget about purpose for once. So here we get a very soft, subtle line from the eye socket, and here we can start erasing more and more. And I also have this kind of generic blender tool that is just a smudge tool. Now, let's not linger too long on the likeness. which is my way of saying the likeness is perhaps not that perfect, but all in all it's getting to, or it's starting to read. I love this blending brush. I really do. I can even combine it with this smudging tool, and it's just important to realize that on this initial structure that I have, I can build all kinds of refinements and details, and I can basically freestyle it quite a bit. Whoops, wrong button. Let's look for some clear core shadow where we see it in the edge of the jaw. Yes, that's looking rather nice. We also do have quite a strong, crisp cast shadow here. Maybe it's even stronger. Let's just take my initial drawing brush and kind of line out this edge. There we go. And you know, sometimes it just so happens that I really start liking the result, and that's okay too. That can happen, and then you can just say to yourself, you know, nicely done. Not perfectly done, plenty to be improved on, but something worked out quite nicely, and that's okay. That's cool. It would be quite boring if that were never the case. It's nice to every once in a while have your drawing work out the way you hoped, or at least partly. And just recognize that and appreciate that. And I hear my daughter approaching. Probably time for her to.
Pap,
Hi Moppie!
wil je kijken naar mij? Is ik dat?
Hartstikke goed.
Wil je kijken?
Ja,
Het is echt mega cool.
ik kom schatje.
Maar dan moet je